this table just got a whole lot more handsome. Not like it wasn't handsome enough before. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Trudeau. Thank you. Justin, good to see you.
She has not been the same since we bumped into you out in the square last year when you split your pants off.
Oh yeah, that was a few years ago. That was, it was a rugby thing, and I was pushing.
It's a rite of
and
passage, though, to split your pants.
He also split his pants on the show.
Okay,
it's a
then we
thing.
can bond over that. Now, I have to tell you, for some reason, your political career not over. Even though
even though it might be conservative.
It's good to know.
Well, no, then your career's over. They have different standards in that party.
Brad is still a little miffed right now. 1 second left in the Montreal game last night.
Yeah.
And
I know you
are you much?
I'm so happy, but it was tough to. It's a. Tampa always had Montreal's number.
Always.
I mean, I was so hoping for
10
Detroit.
straight games, Kev.
Yeah.
It's like watching paint dry. It's that bad. You're just waiting for something to happen. You're like, just score, please.
It's like watching Mayweather and Pacquiao all over again.
You know what?
Too soon.
As a boxer, I loved watching that fight, but I understand how everyone else was frustrated. It was pure science, but the bad guy won. You know.
Well, and now Pacquiao might be getting punished again and facing possible jail time for not revealing a shoulder injury.
They take that pretty seriously in Nevada. If you lie to the athletic commission, that's huge.
Well, not only that, you're basically the people who make the bets. Think about that. Your gross revenue from the gate is $64 million. The bets incurred almost $500 million. That's $500 million of bets that people bet on based on two healthy fighters.
And we're betting on Star Wars. We were talking about that during the break. You're a huge fan.
Yeah.
You're all
I am.
about
Well,
Comic-Con.
this was May the 4th. It was Star Wars Day on Monday, right? So we launched a big economic plan, but we also put out an example of how well the Skywalker family was going to do under our new, more generous child benefit. So we got into the fun as well.
On the 2 moons of Mordor?
No.
I don't know.
Don't go there. That's Lord of the Rings. Now
I
you're going
don't
to throw in
know.
Star Trek.
This is the thing we found out during the break as well, is that you are a Comic-Con fan.
Yeah, they asked me. You guys asked me what I was going to do for Mother's Day, and I said, well, Sophie's going to the spa for the day, which is going to be great because Dad's taking the kids to Comic-Con in Ottawa.
They must be so excited for that, though.
Yeah, they are. Last time we went, they watched Dad get arrested by stormtroopers, and that was very fun.
Now, what did your PR team say when you wanted to get arrested by stormtroopers?
They've sort of given up on the fact that I'm a bit of a geek. I love that stuff. And
will you be there on opening weekend? Are you that hardcore?
Wait. Will you be there dressed up as a Wookiee on opening weekend?
Yeah. Well, what with the election intervening between then, my status might dictate a little more.
Priorities.
This is what I'm saying, is when you get elected, or if you get elected, you should do it dressed as Luke Skywalker. Set a new trend.
May the force be with.
Yeah. You know, there's things I can do. I think actually after I get elected, it might be easier to show up in costume because now I'm supposed to look all prime ministerial all the time. But
it's okay because Peter Mansbridge is going as a Jedi Knight. It's all right.
Yeah, but he is a Jedi Knight. That's true. You know, these aren't the droids you're looking for. It just comes out better with his mellifluous tunes. Yes.
I hear they're making, by the way, another Indiana Jones.
Rumors are that they're very close to signing and that Harrison Ford might not be Indiana Jones, but he'll be part of the movie.
What do we think about this?
Wasn't that one a setup to have Shia LaBeouf be the next one, and it just fell
Kev
flat?
talk about this all the time. One of those movies you just don't touch because the first 3 are so good.
James Bond, okay, I can understand the
Daniel
different
Craig's
James
the
Bonds.
best Bond. I'm sorry,
No, he's
guys.
not, but that's okay
It
for you
can be
being wrong.
reinvented and be successful. It is a successful franchise with Daniel Craig. So if they find the right Indiana Jones replacement, I think it could fly.
No. Daniel Craig is great, but Sean Connery is great.
Is he your favorite?
He's Bond.
Why?
Because Connery, and this is where Daniel Craig was successful getting back to it, because Bond was never supposed to be what Pierce Brosnan and the others were, which is the diamond guy in a tough world.
Pierce was too dainty.
No,
I could fight
that's
Pierce
it.
and win.
Bond is a tough guy in a diamond world, in a glittery world, and that's what Craig has brought back. But
Pretty.
Connery's
You just liked his eyebrows. You're into the thick eyebrows. You know what I'm saying?
It's the accent.
It's the accent. It's the way he says trousers. It's the proper. I'm James Bond.
That's really good.
I'm Scottish.
He's got what we call these days swagger. That's what he had it back in the 70s. before it was even a thing.
Sean Connery still has swagger?
Sean Connery can do
He's
whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah,
There's a stretched on swagger, but now he's a bit of a Scottish nationalist separatist for me. Just politically, because I'm a Quebecer, I'm wary of that.
Are you into all things Avengers, Age of Ultron? Not so much.
I'll keep an eye out for. I don't have a lot of time for movies these days. It just seems they're getting. I'm becoming old. No, I didn't even mean that. I'm becoming old. I'm finding movies loud and noisy and busy now, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting so old.
You and Kevin should go see a movie.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, you kids.
Yeah, keep it down.
I was going to say, you just described our show. Welcome to Breakfast Television.
your
We're
dad's
happy you're
favorite
here.
movie?
My dad had a lot of favorite movies, but and I specifically think I brought him to see the Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet, with Leo.
Yeah.
Favorite movie of all time.
Great movie.
Is it Claire Danes?
And he walked out, he's like, that was very good, but it was very loud. and I sort of think, okay, yeah, I get that. But no, my father's favorite movies were spaghetti westerns with Clint
Dad
Eastwood.
too.
Yeah.
That he didn't like Clint Eastwood for his politics. He always said, no, he's better when he's in silent western, the pictures.
Yeah, his movies, sign
but
up.
the movies, absolutely.
Did he
The
like
spaghetti westerns.
Ronald Reagan's movies?
I never asked him that.
Cat's cracking himself up with that one.
You can go right to Arnold Schwarzenegger next.
That's right.
When I was a kid, I got to meet Ronald Reagan when he came to a visit in the house, and my father grew up reciting poems to us all the time. He knew lines of verse. He raised us on the shooting of Dan McGrew and all sorts of other things. Then Ronald Reagan showed up and he gave us this Western poem, and he just recited it for me, and I'm like, okay, my father used to recite, Victor Hugo and Shakespeare at me, and now this is all shoot 'em up sort of thing. I'm like, interesting difference between the
Would
men.
you do that with your kids?
Oh, I do that all the time.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
I tell
It's
them
a real life
stories
as a
and
child to be able to go through those experiences and see those people and meet those people at your age.
But at the same time, I had amazing parents and good friends, and it's that balance of having had great opportunities, but wanting to make sure that I'm doing right by those opportunities. And
I had the
that's what
good
I'm
fortune
doing.
of having dinner or lunch with your mom once,
my God.
and what an absolutely amazing woman. You're correct. So
You know what? All my life, people have said to me, "Oh yeah, your dad was great. He inspired me." All these things. Over the past few years, with the work my mom has done, more people are coming up to saying, "Your mom's amazing. Your mom's inspired me. Your mom's work with mental health is doing awesome."
yeah,
And
most
that's
definitely.
best thing ever. There's a little Mother's Day thought.
There you go. You're on
Mother's Day gift right there. We're going to send her this in a digital format.
It's 8 o'clock. You're watching Breakfast
An
Television.
e-card.